Greetings and welcome to another Daily Devotional for February 23rd, 2021. Our verse for today comes to us from the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 28. Since we are receiving a kingdom that is unshakable, let us be thankful and please God by worshiping Him with holy fear and awe. You and I, we must never, ever lose sight of the majesty and the holiness of Almighty God. As followers of Christ, His disciples, you and I, we might sometimes adopt an almost casual manner or even a flippant familiarity with the Creator and Supreme Ruler of all of the universe. It's almost as if we take Christ's description of us as His friends as permission to enter into His presence with some sort of absence of reverence and awe. If we show signs of forgetting that God is also the consuming fire described in the book of Hebrews, it's time to recover the sense of awe and profound reverence that God is to be exalted with as our Creator. Now, though we're created in the image of God, we're not to over-appreciate God's love for us while minimizing an appropriate level of fear and respect. You and I must once again view God in the infinite majesty and holiness that belongs solely to Him, recognizing the limitless gap that exists between humanity and God that is only bridged through Jesus Christ. Now, since it's through Christ that we have come to trust in God, and we have placed our faith and hope in God because He raised Christ from the dead and gave Him great and immense glory, we must strive to always embrace the words of Psalm 34, verses 8 through 9, that says, "Taste and see that the Lord is good. Oh, the joys of those who take refuge in Him. Fear the Lord, you, His godly people, for those who fear Him will have all they need." Now, our passage for the day comes to us again from the book of Hebrews, and I'll be reading to you from chapter 12, verses 18 through 29. You have not come to a physical mountain, to a place of flaming fire, darkness, gloom, and whirlwind, as the Israelites did at Mount Sinai. For they heard an awesome trumpet blast, and a voice so terrible they begged God to stop speaking. They staggered back under God's command. If even an animal touches the mountain, it must be stoned to death. Moses himself was so frightened at the sight that he said, "I am terrified and trembling." No, you have come to Mount Zion, to the city of the living God, the heavenly Jerusalem, and to countless thousands of angels in a joyful gathering. You have come to the assembly of God's firstborn children, whose names are written in heaven. You have come to God Himself, who is the judge over all things. You have come to the spirits of the righteous ones in heaven, who have now been made perfect. You have come to Jesus, the one who mediates the new covenant between God and people, and to the sprinkled blood which speaks of forgiveness instead of crying out for vengeance like the blood of Abel. Be careful that you do not refuse to listen to the one who is speaking. For if the people of Israel did not escape when they refused to listen to Moses, the earthly messenger, we will certainly not escape if we reject the one who speaks to us from heaven. When God spoke from Mount Sinai, His voice shook the earth. But now He makes another promise. Once again I will shake not only the earth, but the heavens also. This means that all of creation will be shaken and removed, so that only unshakable things will remain. Since we are receiving a kingdom that is unshakable, let us be thankful and please God by worshiping Him with holy fear and awe, for our God is a devouring fire. And as usual, may we receive strength and wisdom and understanding from the reading of God's holy word. Now, suggested additional readings that coincide with today's topic would be from Psalm chapter 34, verses 8 through 14, and 1 Peter chapter 1, verses 17 through 21. And yes, as always, blessings to you and yours from the Ione Community Church.